Hello, my name is Candra Sihura. Today I will present my research proposal entitled An Analysis of Deictic Expression in the Holy Bible of Local Nias Language. Chapter 1 Introduction. In this chapter presents background of the study, research question, objective of the study, the scope of the research, and the last is significance of the study. Now we move to the background of the study. Well, language is very important in human life it serves it serves as a tool for communication and interaction between people. Without knowing language, we cannot understand each other. So it means um, human can express their feelings, idea, opinion, or suggestion only by using language. Well, in the process of communication using language, we must consider about situation and context. Situation or context of the speaker. For example, uh, for example, the word, for example, the word you there today does not have a fixed reference. So when we don't know, don't when we do not consider about the context or the situation behind the speech, uh, it will uh, it can make misunderstanding between the speaker and the hearer. And and study about relation between language, meaning, and context is called pragmatics. Pragmatics, according to Leach, pragmatics is the study of meaning in relation to speech situation. So, pragmatics is the study of meaning depending on the context from speaker to hearer. Well, pragmatics has several parts to learn, and one of them is deixis. Deixis is a part of pragmatics which studies reference based on its context. Deixis can also be defined as designating someone or something. Many people have difficulties to understand the meaning of the speaker, but by using deixis, it can be easy to communicate. It can be easy to communicate and focus on the context. Now, research question. Research question is there are two research questions. The first one is identify the deixis found in the Holy Bible of local Nias language. The second one is what is the dominant deixis found in the Holy Bible of local Nias language. Objective of the study. Objective of the study are to investigate the types of deities found in the Holy Bible of local Nias language. The second one is to investigate the dominant deities used in the Holy Bible of local Nias language. The scope of the research. Due to the time constraint and the accuracy of the study, the researcher limits the analysis of the deities only in the epistle of Paul to Romans. Significance of the study. Theoretically, this research will contribute as an additional knowledge to the other researcher who will analyze about the exit. Practically, to English learner, they can improve their ability by understanding form of the exit. And practically to the lecturer, the lecturer find the findings. I'm sorry. Uh, these findings or the research could be used as an example of how to analyze the excess. Chapter 2, Pragmatics. Chapter 2, Theoretical Review. Pragmatics. Pragmatics is the study of meaning depending on the context from speaker to hearer. According to Leach, pragmatics is the study of meaning in relation to speech situation. And there's another definition about pragmatics, such as uh, from Yule. Yeah? According to Yule, there are four principles or scopes of pragmatics. They exist: presupposition, speech acts, and politeness. The researcher wants to analyze the exit. According to Levinson, the exit concerns the way in which languages encode or grammatical features of the context of utterance or speech event, and also concern ways in which the interpretation of utterances depends on the analysis of that context of utterance. Deixis is the study of pragmatics, which refers to the use of expression whose interpretation is relative to the usual extra-linguistic context of the term. For example, who is speaking, the time and place of the conversation, the sign of the speaker or the area in the discourse. Well, type of the excess. According to uh, Cruz mentioned that there are five types of deixis. They are personal deixis, spatial deixis, temporal deixis, discourse deixis, and social deixis. Personal deixis refers to the um, well, the personal deixis, according to Levinson, personal deixis involves the encoding of participant in the speaking function, and personal deixis involve the speaker in basic three-part division. The first one is uh, first person, uh, first person, second person, and third person. First person is I. For example, when Paul say, For example, the first person I. When Paul said, I went to market, the word I refers to Paul. Second person, you. Example, you are daughter of Tom. The word you refers to the Tom's daughter. Third person, he, she, it. Example, Paul is in love with her. The word her refers to the person the speaker is referring to. For example, her girlfriend or uh, so on and so on. Now, the second type of deixis is spatial deixis. Spatial deixis. According to Fromkin, state that spatial deixis require contextual information of the place of the utterance, such as here, there, this, that, this place, and etc. For example, that is my house. This is my book. And next, temporal deixis. Levinson stated that time or temporal deixis is concerned with the encoding of temporal points which refer to where an event of utterance takes place. For example, I will go to Bali next week. She arrived yesterday. So next week and yesterday is one example of temporal deixis. Next one is discourse deixis. Discourse deixis is a form of deictic expression that refers to a specific discourse that involves speech or as an indication and relevance around the text. According to Anugrah, discourse deixis is a forward-looking assertion, refers to distinctive discourse that includes the utterances as the significance and indication of the text. For example, this is dangerous. Second example, I am sure you have not known this. So that is example of discourse deixis. And the last is social deixis. Social deixis does not refer to time, place, or person, but to the rank of society or to the level of society and position between speaker and hearer. Yes. Cruz states that social deixis concern the social information that is encoded within various expressions such as relative social status and familiarity. For example, as you wish, my lord. Hello, professor. So my lord and professor is one of example of social deixis. Now I will explain a little bit or explain briefly about the epistle of Paul to Romans. Letter of Paul to the Romans, also called epistle of Paul to the epistle to the Romans, abbreviation Romans, sixth book of the New Testament. The epistle was addressed to the Christian church at Rome. Paul aimed to uplift and guide his fellow Christians. Much of the letter functioned as a succinct and straightforward explanation of the faith. It, it was as reminder from Paul, based in part on his time in Corinth, to keep our eyes fixed on Jesus. As Paul wrote, we can be assured that God's love for us is ultimate and unshakable. The Bible was translated into various languages and dialects. As of November 2012, the complete Bible has been translated into 518 languages and in a partial form into uh, 2,798 languages. One of them is Nias language. The Nias language version to the Epistle of Paul to Romans is written as Surawolo Hebanua Roma. I'm sorry, this is wrong type, yeah. Actually, Surawolo Hebanua Roma. Now, chapter 3, research methodology. Researchers use descriptive qualitative research and the data source, Holy Bible of local Nias language, the Epistle of Paul to Romans. And the technique of data collection and data analysis, the researcher use documentation method, theory of Al-Wasila. The steps are reading the text, finding and marking the deixis. Next, classifying the types of deixis, then finding the data, putting sign and making checklist on it, and finally drawing the conclusion. Well, that's all my presentation. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me if I make some mistakes. And see you when I see you. Thank you very much.